Hi everyone, welcome to Relatively Refined. My name is Patty. I am watching the sweetest little bird out my window. So adorable, little finch. I wanted to show you, do this one-armed here. I've always prided myself on keeping my Easter spring interior decor, the contents of it in a shoebox. So I don't know if I can still consider this fitting in a shoebox. What do you think? In fairness, this is my daughter's shoebox and she has relatively small feet. So maybe I should switch to my son's shoebox and then I might be able to get a little bit more room. But anyway, I pulled out my Easter spring decor shoebox and I thought it might be fun to unbox it with you and show you just some of the few things that I put around the house for spring and Easter. It is not much. I do a lot more of like swapping pillow covers or bringing in, plants and flowers and that kind of thing. And of course, I'm always focused on the outside, getting plants and that kind of thing. But I do have a few things. And like my sister Paula, I think Easter decor, vintage Easter decor is among my favorites. And it is probably the holiday I have the least amount of items for. So let me show you what I have in my box. And I thought this might be kind of fun. So the first thing right on top are a set of decorative plates. I thrifted these. I'm going to try to link the video where I thrifted these. But I thought these were so cute. And again, they're decorative. You're not going to be eating off of them. But these I love to put up in my dining room on the table in there. And when I'm done, I may have some clips to show you where I've put things. If not, then it will be in another video. But yeah, they're just like little kind of vintage looking. There's rabbits. This bunny is standing up. And then this bunny is on all fours near some cabbage roses. I love the pink and the yellow along with the black and white design. I think this gives it a real vintage Easter look to it. So I have two of those that I will be putting up on plate racks in my dining room. This is cute. This is in there. It's a little bag. I don't remember this. I might have picked it up last year, and this will be going in somebody's Easter basket, I'm sure, with some treats inside. Okay. Oops. Oh, this is a little charm for my Nora Fleming. I couldn't think of this for a second. This is a Nora Fleming charm. I don't think they're called charms. I can't remember what exactly they're called. But you know that my sister Paula and I both have some Nora Fleming dishes. I have two, and they're very plain, basic design, and they have a little hole, and you can swap out your charms seasonally or for whatever occasion that you have. So there's a little Easter bunny here with carrots, an armload of carrots. So this will go on my Nora Fleming. I have a wooden one that I keep my salt and pepper on. So this will be swapped out for that. So cute. And these are the type of touches that I like to add around the house during the Easter holiday. This is something I picked up very early on, several years ago, and I couldn't find it. I picked it up in the summer, I think, and kind of stashed it somewhere, and then I don't even think I found it last year. It's just a paper mache egg, and it's really, really cute. And it opens up, and the inside has this just, you know, kind of like a little toile design in there. So I think I picked this up at a church rummage sale in like a fill-a bag and just put it in the bag. It has bunnies, it has ducks and chicks. I may have been holding it upside down. It has chicks, and I think it's really, really cute. So I will probably just pop this in a plant or in my hutch or somewhere as just a little pop of color. Okay, is there anything? Oh, wait, there's something else. Oh, this is another thing I thrifted. I think it was part of like a fill-a bag. This is a hand-blown Easter egg, and it actually goes, but you can see the top is cracked. And it goes this way. It has this really sweet flowers on it, and blues and pinks. So I think it's really cute. And it's got some shellac on it, but it is definitely a hand-blown egg. It is super, super delicate. So this looks nice on a candlestick. The issue is this is the right side up, but then you have this. I would like to put it this way, maybe from a distance. It wouldn't be too noticeable that it's upside down, but I really like that. Super cute. This is another thing I picked up, if I recall, either Goodwill or the Restore had this. I love this little ceramic bunny, or porcelain maybe bunny. I love the netting design on it in the blue and white. This is by Andrea by Sadek, and I love it because it has the little feet on it, so I can put it on my furniture. It won't scratch. I just love the looks of this. This has so many, this looks cute wherever you put it. I think I'll probably put it in this living room because I have lots of little blue accents, and you know, maybe even on this end table. Really, really sweet. One of my favorite Easter finds. Okay, what's in here? Oh, okay, yep. This is really one of my favorite things too. This was not a thrifted find. This is from our shop. These are the oyster shell trinket dishes that we sell at the shop. I think we are actually sold out of these, but this one is the cutest. The little bunnies popping out of the egg with all the spring decorations around it. So cute. And I keep this usually by my sink to put jewelry in if I'm doing dishes. It looks great on a place setting. It looks great on an accent table. So many things you can do with this. I forgot how beautiful these are. If you were lucky enough to get one of these, you'll have to drop me a comment and let me know how you use yours. Then I have several of these that I think are from Walmart. I'll show you two of them. I have 6, but I think they're just in the 2 designs. They're just these little kind of moss bunnies with little green bows. And there's a standing up or sitting up one. And then there's the crouched down bunnies. So I have 6 of them. These would be really, really cute on a place setting. They're really cute popped into plants, you know, just perched in there. They look super cute. All kinds of little ways you can use these. You can use them as vase filler. What else you can use them? There's just a whole lot of ways you can use these. They're just little, pop them throughout the house, and I think they're just a nice little accent. I haven't been to Walmart in forever, so I don't know what they have, if they still have these, but they were a 6-pack of them, and I really enjoyed them. Really, really cute. So 3 sitting up and then 3 crouched down. And I would love to figure out a way to turn these into place card holders if you were having an Easter dinner. I think that would be really, really cute. But anyway, for me, I will just pop them in different spots, you know, like tables. Like I said, they're really cute in plants. I can't remember how I used them last year, but I was excited to see those. And then I have this one, which is a much nicer quality bunny. This one I got years ago at TJ Maxx. And I like to put him, or her, I suppose, in my, I have a glass compote. And I'll pull it out and show it to you, but it is shaped, in my opinion, the top is shaped like an egg. It's like a sawtooth design, and I think it looks just like a cracked egg. So I usually will put some Easter grass in it and perch this bunny in that compote, and that's a centerpiece that I seem to pull out every year. It doesn't always go on my table, but it is a centerpiece I use each year, and this size of this bunny is just perfect in that compote. And getting down, I have this little nest with robin's eggs. I think I got this at Joann Fabrics a few years ago. And this I usually just pop I have a cloche, a glass cloche that my mom gave me. And I usually just pop this over top of that. The cloche is actually being used right now with some seeds, some seedlings. So I think I can remove it safely. I think the seedlings are okay, so I'll pop it off and put it on this, and I will find a spot. This I think I'm going to put on my coffee table with the cloche over the top of it. And again, I will get pictures of these so you can see where I put everything. And that is it, with the exception of, I'm going to show you. I'm going to get these little bunnies out of here. They are all over. I'm just going to put these over so I can show you, because these are just in the bottom of the box is just these fabulous eggs. These are from, I believe, Hobby Lobby, and they're just these really, really cute, I think they're styrofoam, painted speckled eggs, and they come in these gorgeous colors, these muted greens and grays and yellow. They're so beautiful. And I actually I bought 2 packages and I only used one. So I believe I saw on Pinterest where these make really good top dressing for plants. So, you know, I have several potted plants, and you know, you can do rocks on the top or moss. You can also use these little eggs to top dress plants. And I thought that would be really, really cute to do in these gorgeous colors. The greens, the grays, the yellows. They're just such soothing, kind of peaceful colors. Like you don't, I don't know. I find them very relaxing, not jarring at all, and very satisfying. And they sort of go in, I think they go in anyone's home. And I just love them. This one, this grayish green one is my favorite color. It will probably not come across on camera very well. Anyway, I thought I would try top dressing some plants in those. If they're too big, I'll find another use for these. But again, super, you know, it's a really great thing to have on hand. These little eggs, you can put them, you can do anything. They'll dress up anything. A little bowl, if you have just a little ceramic bowl and fill them with these, I think that would be so adorable. So they come like this. Here's the bag. If you, again, they may have them at Hobby Lobby. They were very inexpensive. So last year they were $4.49, probably 40% off for the bag. And I didn't even, there's so many in here. I didn't even open the second bag because I had so many. So, and I think this, maybe I bought 3 bags. I don't know, but I think I just bought 2. So I'm gonna definitely find a spot for these. And like I said, once I get everything out, I will show you what it looks like and where I decided to place all of these items. let me go get the compote so you can see what I have in mind. Okay, I brought out this compote. This is just a cut glass compote, but you can see what I'm saying about the sawtooth edge. It really, to me, looks like an egg. And typically, like I said, I put some, Easter grass in there, maybe pink or yellow or green or whatever. And then my little bunny perches so perfectly in here. And this makes the sweetest centerpiece. I absolutely love it. So that is one option that I have for these. I also brought out, of course, I have a set of 4 of these. Here we go. You're going to make me say this, right? I might get it wrong every time. Bordalo Panero cabbageware plates. I have large ones that are in a basket weave pattern. I have cups and saucers also in that basket weave pattern. And then I have the cabbageware plates, a set of 4 of these. And there's something about green and blue that to me is just so springy, right? So even something as simple as this on a side table, absolutely adorable. Also, you could do something like, just the eggs on here, the little bunny. How sweet is that? So there's a whole lot of possibilities when you're working in this spring color palette. And with just these few things, I think I can set up some really sweet vignettes. So here are the items. There's the little bunny. That's one of my favorites. Here's some of those eggs. Here's all these little moss bunnies. And this is my paper mache egg. More moss bunnies, a little trinket dish, this little hand-blown egg. The plates are buried under here. Let's see if I can unearth them. There's my little charm. So cute. Trinket dish. And then here are those plates. Here's one. Here's the other. Aren't they cute? So they're like octagonal, and I love the black and white border. I don't know. They just look vintage inspired, kind of Victorian Easter to me, and I think they're so sweet. And when you are trying to decorate with one hand, this tragedy happens. Sadly, I dropped, totally my fault, I dropped and broke my hollowed out blown egg. So unfortunately, that will not be in my Easter decor this year. Or ever. Oh, such a bummer. There's a lot of competition for this green and blue look. I gotta fix those. So I just put this little cabbage plate with my sweet bunny. I just love this so much. Over in this corner. Green and blue. I think that looks adorable. We don't use this table really for anything, so I think that's just a great spot for that. I love the green and blue together. So that's pretty much the theme, I guess, of my Easter decor this year. Here's just a few things I have put around. Tucked a little moss bunny in my African violet. And one here. I did have him on the plate, like that. And I can still move him there. But I use that plate like a coaster, so wasn't sure. Okay, over here in the corner of my living room on this half moon table, I did put one of the plates in a plate stand. I'm partial to the pink, So I selected that one. I have a couple of these moss bunnies in with my Christmas cactus, and this would be a really great place to put those eggs around to cover up the rim of that pot. It's just sitting in there because I'm not sure if this is where it's going to stay. But again, with the green and blue, I just cannot resist that color combination for spring. And then I just have my little decoupage or paper mache egg right there sitting in that little coaster. So I thought this looked really sweet, really cute, and I think very springy. Incidentally, I wanted to show you these pillow covers I got to go over the down pillows I recently thrifted. So I'll leave a link for these. Does anybody else have a family member who does this to their couch cushions? I cannot. It's the way my husband sits. He just smushes them down. And right now with my shoulder hurt, I can't shake them. So it's torturing me to show you this because I can't do a thing about it. Ordinarily, I would grab them and shake them and reposition, but I cannot do that. So try to ignore the smushed down cushions. That is the one downside of down. And look at these beautiful pillow covers. This is just my little nest that I was talking about. I just put it under that cloche on a stack of blue plates. Easy peasy. And here on my Lazy Susan is my little Nora Fleming charm, along with my salt and pepper shaker. So cute. And then just as, I just tucked some of these little eggs in here. I'm just waiting for these to totally die back so I can go ahead and put them in the ground. They're just hyacinth bulbs. Or store them until next year, I suppose. And here's just another one of those little bunnies. I just tucked it on top of a candle. Cute. I love this table runner. This is an April Cornell. And I love the navy and pink. I think it's so pretty. And you know, I couldn't resist getting out my Lenox dishes. I only have 2 place settings, but it didn't matter. I had to put them out. That robin's egg blue pattern was just too beautiful to keep behind hutch doors. So here is it's called the Westmore pattern. I absolutely love it. And I just think this blue with the wicker rattan and that gingham table runner and the bunny and the centerpiece. And I know it's odd, but I used spring green candles. And you would not think of this shade of green and this shade of blue going together. And maybe they don't, but somehow it all works. It's like nature. It's like robin's eggs and nests and bright green grass. I'm just thrilled with how this looks. I clearly need to get a couple more place settings. I'm just wild about the little centerpiece. I think it's adorable. I usually opt for clear glass candlesticks if I am unsure. It's just so low profile and really makes the dishes and the centerpiece the star of the show. I really enjoyed putting together this little tablescape. I think it is so pretty, so fresh, so springy, and so soothing with those colors. All right, everybody, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for being part of this channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. All right, everybody, I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.